I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating an apartment, and for a change it's not one of the ones in the fashion district or the spice district. So the smaller ones, I often end up decorating those just because they're not too big, they're not too small either. It's not like the micro apartment in the arts quarters, but they're like a decent size, so you can still fit in multiple roommates, for example, or a small family or something. So for some reason, I kind of just stick to those. But I wanted to decorate one of the bigger ones because it's been a while. So I decided to go for one of the ones in the Uptown, Uptown? What's it called? I actually forgot. I think it's called Uptown. Not district or anything, just Uptown, right? Anyways, you can see the address, the apartment number, and stuff up in the upper left corner. I think it's 1010 Alto Apartments, but I can't see it myself because the picture is too small, so sorry about that. Otherwise, if it's also too small for you guys, you can see it in the description down below. I always add information, so like whatever the thing is called, the build or whatever, the apartment, whatever it's called on the gallery, I'll add that to the description. And also the price of the apartment / build, also how many bedrooms and bathrooms are in the apartment, and that includes as well how many Sims it has room for. So that's always written in the description down below. It's like somewhere in the description, like mid section of the description or something. So anyways, we are doing this today, and I think this apartment has room for a total of 7 Sims. I think I say I think as if I didn't just finish this apartment earlier today and took the screenshots and stuff today, but for some reason I just don't fully remember. Anyways, but there's at least 2 bedrooms that have room for 2 pairs of twins. So that's 4 Sims plus 2 teens plus 2 parents. 8 Sims total? Yeah, that sounds about right. So it has room for a total of 2 toddlers, 2 children, 2 teens, and 2 parents. And you could easily turn the twin rooms into just rooms for single Sims, or just 1 Sim, and then you can make room for pets if you want to. I just decided to, because the rooms are pretty big, it's a very big apartment. They don't have a dedicated office or anything like that, so I suppose you could turn one of the bedrooms into a hobby room or an office or something like that if you want to. I just wanted there to be room for as many Sims as possible, so that is what we're doing today. So I haven't uploaded the past 2 days. I was planning on doing something else for Sunday, but I decided to take the day off just to play Animal Crossing, and I had my mom and my brother over. They're the only people I've seen during the self-isolation thing, by the way, and they don't really see anyone else either. They see my dad, I think. I haven't seen my dad, but they see my dad, and he only sees his wife and her son as well, so we're like a little circle that aren't seeing anyone else. And yeah, just to make sure like we're not seeing lots of people, it's just our little circle, so we can't pass it on to anyone else, and we can't get it from it, the thing, get it from anyone else either. So we're just a closed off little circle. But yeah, they came over here Sunday and we had pizza. We had lots of pizza. We ended up ordering 4 because for some reason my brother really wanted 2, even though he only ended up eating 1. It was so good. The pizza was so good. I'm definitely ordering from them again. It was just so good. And I've been wanting pizza, I think, for a couple of days at least. And I love pizza. Okay, who doesn't love pizza anyways? So, when you're just really wanting something and you finally get it and it just tastes so good, that's how I felt. And now I want it again. But I'm not going to buy it again right away because, you can't spoil yourself too much, otherwise it's not special. So that's the same with candy. You shouldn't eat it multiple times a week. You should just buy it once a week and then enjoy it to the fullest. Same with ice cream and stuff like that. How do you say that? Don't overindulge, because then the special part goes away. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it was really, really good. I'm looking forward to getting the ramen still that I wanted before the place closed down. I'm still thinking about the freaking ramen, okay? You guys remember a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about ramen in one of my videos and I said, I'm gonna order it tomorrow, and then the next day I tried to order it and they canceled my order? It was because the place was closed. But I'm still thinking about that freaking ramen. I still want it so badly. It never leaves my mind. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know when I'll get it at some point. But I know because I've been waiting for it for so long, it's gonna be so good. Also, by the way, just in case you didn't know, I really love food. So I love to eat. I can always eat. But I try not to because otherwise I will not be able to fit into my skinny jeans anymore. So anyways, but yeah, looking forward to that a lot. So that was the pizza talk for today and the ramen talk. Now you know I'm still thinking about that ramen, so. But other than that, there's basically nothing going on here. Just, working and playing Animal Crossing and building lots of stuff for you guys, and also looking forward to fake Friday candy. That was really difficult to say for some reason, but fake Friday candy every Friday. But it's not the real one because it's not Pick and Mix because it's still closed. So anyways, but other than that, not much going on. Still just in self-isolation and all that stuff. So you should all stay safe and remember to wash your hands and, all that stuff. But enough talk about that. So for this apartment, I did decide to go for less color today just because, or today, I made this yesterday. But anyways, I decided to go for less color just because I felt like the apartment is quite big, and it's in the fancier part of the city as well. I feel like Fashion District, okay, so Uptown is like the fancy place, and then it's Fashion District, then it's Arts Quarters, and then lastly we have Spice District. If I had to make an order of like most important, that's not what I was about to say, totally not the same, most expensive apartments to least expensive apartments, I'd probably put, or areas I should say, I'd probably put them in that order. So because this one is in the Uptown district, or in the Uptown area, I still wanted the apartment to look kind of fancy, and I still wanted it as well to look family friendly and cozy and stuff. So I decided to take away the color, but then add a lot of mid-century modern items to the interior because to me, mid-century modern is very homey, it's very cozy. So there's lots of candles around, also lots of plants as well, and then mid-century modern furniture, maybe mixed with a little bit of contemporary furniture now and then, but a lot of mid-century modern furniture, I think. And yeah, that's basically what we're doing today. And we're also going for a mix of lighter wood tones and medium wood tones. So as you can see with the flooring, it's sort of a medium wood tone, and also the doors, I think the closets too. But then we do have some lighter wood tones, for example, the inside table here, and also the wood tone on the couch, and I think also on the table or the coffee table, although only the legs of the coffee table. I'm now speaking Korean. Anyways, so yeah, that is what we're doing today. So I hope you guys like this apartment. It didn't actually take me a crazy long time to do despite the size. At least I didn't end up with, an insane amount of footage. I think I had about 2.5 hours or so, which is it's not crazy for this size of an apartment or for a home with 8 Sims. It's actually pretty decent, I would say. So yeah, that kind of surprised me a little bit, but I think it's also because I did tone down the cluttering just a little bit, and I did reuse a lot of the clutter because I felt like it just kind of fit the vibe of the apartment, and I didn't want to just add other pieces of clutter just because I'd already used a piece, I still wanted it to fit the interior, so. But yeah, it didn't take me a long time, quite surprising. I think the other times I've done this apartment is probably taken, or actually I don't remember how long it's taken to build, but I've possibly ended up with about 3.5 to 4 hours of footage, so 2.5 is a lot less compared to that, and yeah, that's why it surprised me. Also because I have 2.5 hours of footage does not mean I spent 2.5 hours building this. I probably spend more like 5-6 hours or so because I like to plan things out before I put stuff down, and then sometimes it still doesn't work and I have to change it on cam and stuff, but it's just to not end up with a crazy amount of footage. I do it that way now compared to how I did it in the past, where I'd basically figure everything out on cam and suddenly I'd have a lot of stuff to edit out and stuff. It gets a little bit messy and it takes a very long time to go through all that footage. So now I do it like this. But yeah, we could definitely, okay, I'm not one of the ones complaining about us not having enough clutter, or am I? I might actually be one of those people. I think I just had a self-realization thing. What's that called? That's not what it's called. Anyways, but I normally always find something to put on the shelves, but for this apartment, like I said before, I kept reusing Clutter over and over and over. I definitely feel like we need more. I've been saying this in the past, like 3 videos or so, 4 videos, but okay, let's just face it, 30 videos. We need more stuff. We need new stuff. Where is the new stuff? I can't wait for them to announce something. I don't think they're going to do it this week because they would have given us a teaser yesterday, and then a trailer today. But I'm hoping that at least there'll be like a game pack or something sometime during April. Can't promise it. Well, obviously I can't promise because I don't work on the game, whatever, but you guys know what I mean. Like, I'm really hoping there'll be something sometime soon. So I think this might possibly be the only bathroom that I'm showing you guys on cam. Otherwise, if it's not, there may be one other one, but I'm pretty much just using the same items in all the bathrooms. They have similar layouts as well, and that's why I just feel like it's a little bit, like it's a waste of time to just show you the same bathroom over and over and over. This is possibly the more fancy one, and I'm not really sure why. But they have a mirror, a big mirror in there, so I feel like it's a little bit fancier compared to the rest. And that's possibly why I'm showing you guys this one. Also, I remember to put hampers in all the bathrooms. I'm so proud of myself because I always forget to do that. For some reason, I have to go back while I'm taking the screenshots and put hampers in, either in the bedrooms or in the bathrooms. I tend to forget them, and it's super annoying. I'm annoying myself with it. So yeah, but today I remembered. I had a little, because all the bathrooms are fairly big actually compared to my normal bathrooms, so I had extra space and I was like, oh right, hampers, let's do it. So yeah, they all have hampers this time. And also the laundry room, I don't think I included that in the video. Yeah, I don't think I included that in the video. It's a very simple, very small room, so it's not super interesting or anything, but there is a laundry room right at the front door, so your Sims will be able to do their laundry, their dirty business, if they live in this apartment. Which reminds me, I should have done laundry yesterday, but I forgot, and I'll probably postpone it to tomorrow, but I'll forget it again. I don't know, am I the only one who's like terrible at remembering to do laundry? I'll sit and look at my laundry basket before I go to bed, and I'm like, you need to do your laundry tomorrow, and then I just completely forget. It's super annoying. I don't know why I do that. What's wrong with me? Am I the only one though? Please let me know that I'm not the only one who forgets to do laundry, because I would feel pretty bad about myself if I was. But anyways, this is the children's bedroom. So as you can see, it has room for a pair of twins, or it could possibly also just be for 2 children. They don't have to be twins, but in my head, I see them as twins. So it could be for an older child and then a toddler that just turned into a child. For example, they don't have to be twins, but I feel like age progression in this apartment, it would make more sense if they were twins. Also, just to point it out, like I did make a room for 2 toddlers, then a room for 2 children, and there are 2 bedrooms, one for a teen each. So it does have like a natural progression, like, you know, your toddlers turn into children and then your children turn into teens. So there's room for everyone, basically. It's not like you're gonna have a pair of toddlers that turn into children and suddenly there's only room for 1 child in the apartment. So you could start out with just 2 toddlers in this apartment, 2 tiny humans in this apartment. And then you can just age them up like you normally would, play as you normally would, and they turn into children, and there'd still be room for both of them. And then when they turn into teens, there'd also be room for both of them. But I did not make room for triplets, so please don't have triplets if you're planning on playing in this apartment. I almost said building in this apartment or paying in this apartment. Something is going on today. My brain's just not really working. I hope that it's okay with you guys though. I'm still gonna do this voiceover. It's just going to be a little bit weird and rambly, but I suppose you guys are used to it by now, so we're fine, right? So this is the room for the 2 toddlers. I did decide to put this right next to, or it's not right next to the parents' bedroom. There's a bathroom in between, so the parents' ensuite. But I did decide to put it very close to the parents' bedroom just because I feel like that made more sense. Like, if I was playing the game and I had toddlers, I would definitely want them to be as close to the parents as possible. So if they woke up in the middle of the night, your parents could just quickly wake up and they wouldn't have to walk all the way to the other end of the apartment. That would suck. So they have the bedroom that's the closest to the parents. And then the teens, the teens are in the other end of the apartment. So they have a little bit more privacy over there, which I think is nice for teens. And then the children are also in this end of the apartment, so close to the toddlers. They also have their own bathroom, by the way. I just felt like that would be really nice for them. So I'd also like to point out that basically every child in this apartment is really spoiled, has a big room, has a lot of toys, or a lot of hobby items if they're not really into toys anymore. They're all spoiled, but I had so much space. If you look at this apartment from above, it's huge, and there's so much hallway space as well because of the floor plan that I made. It's huge, like really, really big. There's just so much space in this apartment. Like, how do you fill up everything when you don't really like big rooms? It's definitely a little bit of a struggle, but I think I did okay. I think I've done a similar, similar floor plan to this one before as well. Maybe a couple of times, but I also feel like it works. It's a little bit difficult to do floor plans in this apartment actually because there's so many windows. If you look at all the exterior walls, so all the walls that are also walls on the outside. You get what I mean. Okay, that made no sense, but you get what I mean, hopefully. Otherwise, I'm sorry. But there's a window, or they're all covered with windows, and it makes it so difficult to freely make a floor plan to your liking because you have to do it according to those windows. The windows are 3 tiles. It would have been different if it was 2 tile windows, but because they're 3 tiles, you can't really... I feel like a room that is 3 tiles wide is too narrow for an apartment this size, so you have to make them 6 tiles, and that's suddenly a little bit too much for me. But yeah, it just makes floor planning a little bit difficult. That's also why some of the bathrooms are humongous. I think I actually placed bathrooms on both of the corners. I don't really know why. Maybe it's really nice to just lie in the bathtub and look out the window. I'd feel a little bit freaked out about that, not gonna lie, unless they're the kind of windows that you can't actually look in, where you can't look in, then I'd be fine about it. But if it wasn't, I'd be freaked out, because no thank you. But they have the opportunity to do that if they want to, so congratulations, Sims. So this is one of the teens' bedrooms. I decided that one of them was going to be creative, and then the other one was going to be a little bit more nerdy. So this one has a keyboard and also a guitar in their bedroom, an acoustic guitar, I think. And at least it looks acoustic, but it could be one of those acoustic guitars that are actually not acoustic. You never know. Just saying, they could trick you. So, but yeah, they have music instruments in there and some music posters as well. And then the other one is more into sort of like space stuff, and I sound really stupid when I say space stuff, as if, like, I don't know what to call it though, other than space stuff. The universe, the galaxy, you know, that sort of thing, planets. So yeah, they have some of that stuff in there. And they also have a pretty cool computer setup, but you'll see that in just a little bit. I felt like the hallway right here was a little bit too empty for my liking, so I decided to just put a few extra things in there, and I don't know, it's kind of random, like what do you put in hallways? Actually, the mid table there, or the little table in the middle, under the lamps, in the middle of the room, the one with the flowers on it, was actually inspired by, I don't know if you guys have seen Sex and the City, but Charlotte's apartment, she has a very big apartment because she's kind of like she's a bit rich, let's just put it like that, I think at least. She seems like a rich girl. So, but in her apartment, in one of the hallway rooms, she has a table in the middle with flowers on it, and she kind of just throws her keys there and stuff. Like, that's where she just throws her keys. That's the kind of table that I wanted in the middle of that hallway, so it was inspired by her. And then we are on to the last one of the bedrooms, and this one was supposed to have been a lot less colorful than it turned out to be. As you saw with both the children's bedroom and also the tiny human's bedroom, they're fairly either muted in the color scheme or there's not a lot of color in there. I did add a little bit of color with the rugs, for example, but I definitely tried to tone it down. This one, however, there's just a little bit more. I think it's because the bed swatch that I chose ended up being purple and blue, and all the other beds in the apartment are either white or very muted because I did not have a proper white bed swatch for the toddler's bedroom, because we don't have a lot of beds for toddlers. give us more taller stuff. Anyways, so yeah, this room definitely feels a little bit more colorful compared to some of the other ones. But I don't mind it. I apparently needed it out of my system because I think it's one of the last rooms that we're doing, if not the very last one. And maybe I was a little bit frustrated by the fact that I hadn't added a lot of color throughout the rest of the apartment. So I just needed to add a little bit in this room or something. I don't really know, but it's definitely a bit more colorful compared to the rest of the apartment. So, but they have their own little desk set up right here with a computer and what's supposed to be two small monitors, or small, they're not necessarily small, they're sized down TVs. They have their own dresser, and I decided to add a lot of books to this interior, or to this room as well, just to point out that they're a little bit on the nerdier side. So I hope I got that point across. But anyways, that is about it for today. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!